Good evening, doll. I hope you can hear my voice. Please check both YouTube and Teachment apps and let me know if you face any technical issue. If you can see the screen and if you're able to hear my voice, please type yes in the comments once. Good evening, doll. I hope you can hear my voice. Please check both YouTube and Teachment apps and let me know if you face any technical issue. We are going to start the session exactly at 8 o'clock. So let your friends join in the meantime. If anybody don't have the link, simply share with them. Okay, so we are going to start at 8 o'clock. Thank you. Okay, all of you. So, welcome to the session. Take this as an introduction class. We are going to conduct these kind of sessions 2 times in a week from now onwards until your V program. Okay, so I'm going to give you some problems and you have to solve them using whatever the method you know. Okay, today I'm going to tell you what are the topics that we are going to cover in these sessions. Okay, each time I am going to give you a problem. You have to solve that one and give me back the answer. Okay, once I have clear idea of where you are, like how much knowledge you are having already on these topics, based on that, from next class onwards, we are going to cover one by one topic.
स्वाति नेटवर्क से कौन जाएगा
Okay, so I hope everything is fine now. Let me check the count, then we can start the session. So around only 101 people are here. Around 500 has to be there. Anyway, we will start the session. In the meantime, they will join. Okay, let's go. Okay, guys. First, I am going to start with time and work. See here. In these sessions, what we are going to cover are first we are going to start with time and work for the first 2 to 3 classes. Okay, I am going to cover all kind of time and work models like equal efficiency problems or unequal efficiency problems, joining and leaving cases, as well as alternate days, and finally pipes and systems. These are the models that we are going to cover in the topic time and work. We are going to cover all these models in the first 2 to 3 classes. Okay, once we are done with time and work, then we are going to solve a small topic like directions. Okay, once we are done with directions, which is a 1 hour topic, that means we are going to take only one class. Once we are done with directions, again we are going to cover one more topic like SI and CI. Again, it is going to take 2 to 3 hours to complete the entire problems. So in SI and CI, we are going to cover the problems on SI. Then we are going to cover the problems of CI. Then we are going to cover problems where he will ask you to find out the difference between SI and CI. Okay, once we are done with SI and CI, again we are going to cover puzzles for 1 to 2 hours. Like in puzzles, we are going to cover both seating arrangement as well as normal puzzles. Seating arrangement in the sense we are going to solve problems on linear arrangement as well as circular arrangement. And again, coming to the puzzles, there are different kind of puzzles like floor based puzzles, box based puzzles. So these kind of problems we are going to solve in puzzles. Okay, once we are done with puzzles, again we are going to solve one more topic like profit and loss, which will take 2 to 3 hours. Okay, this is our main agenda. In the upcoming few classes, we are going to cover all these topics. So we are going to take only 1 hour per day. Like that, we are going to take for next few days. Okay, until your V program ends. I hope my voice is clear and you are able to understand what I'm saying, right? So if everything is fine, simply write yes in the comments once. So we will start the topic time and work. Okay. So now we are going to start the topic time and work. So at any point, if you are getting any difficulty, let me know in the comments here or turn on your mic and speak for yourself. Otherwise, you can type in YouTube chat also. That's your choice. Okay. So I will record the class once. So if anybody got missed Okay, I think no need to record because anyway we are going YouTube live, so you can watch from there. So let's go and start the topic, time and work. So the first topic that we are going to cover in this series is time and work. Okay, there is a reason why I have taken this topic, because it's the most easiest one and there is no chance of going wrong. Okay, that's why I have taken this topic first. First of all, I will explain what kind of problems will be there in this particular topic. Okay, the first model that we are going to cover in this topic is different speeds or efficiency problems. Different speed or efficiency in the sense each and every person who are involved in this problem is going to have different kind of speeds. That means that think like this. He will ask like this. Let us take A can do a work in 10 days. B can do the same work in 15 days. Okay, then he will ask you to find out how long A and B working together can finish the work. If you observe here, speed of A is different from speed of B. That means each and every person who is involved in the problem is going to have different kind of speeds. That is the first model. Okay, where you are going to have different persons and each and every person is going to have different speed. In the second model, we are going to cover problems on groups. The same we are going to call it as problems on equal efficiency. That means that the problems are going to be like this. Let us take 5 men can do your work in 10 days and 10 women can do the same work in 15 days. And he will ask you to find out how long 2 men and 3 women working together can finish the work. If you observe here, he is saying the time taken by 5 men together to finish the work. But here we don't know what is the time taken by first person, what is the time taken by second person. Like that, we don't know the time taken by fifth person also. So what we are going to assume here is whatever the time taken by first person is equal to the time taken by second person and so on up to the fifth person. That means that whatever the speed is going to be there for the first person, we're assuming that the same speed is going to be there for the fifth person. That's why we're calling them as equal efficiency problems. Simply saying, if you're having a group, okay, it doesn't matter how many members are going to be in that group, but each and every person in that group is going to have same speed or same efficiency. Or simply saying, what if the first person take 10 days, the 10th person is also going to take 10 days. That's a simple case. So whatever the time taken by first person, the 10th person is also going to take the same time. Okay, that's the intention of saying equal efficiencies. So here you will have different groups, like we're having a group of men and as well as we're having group of women. He will combine both these groups and ask you how long this new group will take to finish the work. See, let us take we're having men group. If men group is working, they will take 10 days. If the women group is working, they will take 15 days. Now what he will do is he will take few people from group 1 and few people from group 2 and he will combine both of them to form the third group. And now he will ask you how long this new group will take to finish the same work. So here we don't know individual speeds, but we know group speeds. That's why we're calling them as group problems. This is our model 2. Now, coming to model 3, this is simply alternate days. Alternate days in the sense, think like this. Let us take, we are having two persons. In that, A will take 10 days to finish the work and B will take 15 days to finish the work. Instead of working together, they are going to work alternatively. Like on the first day, A is going to work. On the second day, A is going to take leave and B is going to work on the second day. On the third day, B is going to take leave and again A is going to come for the work. That means that On first day, third day, fifth day, seventh day, and so on. A is going to work on the second day, fourth day, sixth day, eighth day, and so on. B is going to work. They are working alternatively. Like one person is going to work on one day, on the next day that person is going to take leave, the other person will come to work. Like that they will work. Now he will ask you, if they are working like that alternatively, how long they will take to finish the same work. I'm repeating once again, the problems are going to be like this. If A work alone, he can complete the work in 10 days. If B works alone, he can complete the work in 15 days. Now, if they are working alternatively like this, how long they will take to finish the same work? These kind of problems we are going to call it as alternate days problems. Okay. And the last and final model is joining and leaving. Joining and leaving. That means that think like this. We are having three persons, A, B, C. Now what will happen here is some person will start the work. Let us take A and B started the work. They are going to work for few days. Let us, for example, take 2 days. After 2 days, let us assume that A left the work. A left the work means from this point onwards, only B is working. Let us take B worked for 2 more days. Then C comes to help B. Then from this point onwards, B and C are working together. So like this, few people will start the work. In the middle, some may leave or some may join. If it is happening like this, like few people are leaving and few people are joining, how long the people, like present people, will take to finish the work? Or if they're leaving and joining like that, how long the group will take to finish the work? So these kind of problems we are going to call it as joining and leaving problems. Okay, just have a recap, then we will move on. Now see here, in the first example, what will happen here is different people are going to have different kind of speeds. That means they are going to take different kind of times. In the second models, we are going to deal with groups. He will combine 2 3 groups and he will form a new group and he will ask how long that new group will take to finish the work. Okay, that's the second model. Third model is people are going to work alternatively instead of working together. On the fourth model, we are going to solve problems on joining and leaving. Joining and leaving in the sense, few people are going to start the work. After few days, some of them leave and some of may join in the middle. So if they are leaving and joining like that, how long they will take to finish the same work? So these are the four different models we are going to solve. So okay, in today's class, we are going to cover at least two models. Okay. So if anything, if everything is clear till now, all of you type yes so that we can start solving the problems. Okay, chalo. Guys, I will tell you one more thing. Okay, maybe most probably on this Sunday, we are going to conduct a test on these topics. Okay, like that again, we are going to conduct a test on next Sunday. Okay, whoever got the highest marks, or you can say whoever performs better, we are going to form a separate group. Again, we are going to give them separate training. So give your 100% or try to attend the classes without, frankly saying bunking. Or if there is any urgent work, try to watch the recording at least. Okay, let's go. Okay, I will take a simple example to tell you in how many ways we can solve these kind of problems. Okay, for that I am taking a simple problem. Assume that A can do the work in 10 days and B can do the same work in 15 days. Now assume that he is asking you how long A and B working together can finish the work. Now think like this. Let us take that I want to construct a building. If I ask A to construct this building, he will take 10 days to finish the entire building. Again, if I ask B to construct the same building, he will take 15 days to finish the work. Now I want to find out if A and B are working together, how long they will take to construct the same building. That's the problem. Okay, let's go one by one method in how many ways you can solve these kind of problems. The first one, we are going to call this method as per day method. The reason being, you are going to take 1 day's work of a person as a reference point. Now see guys, First thing, you should not add the days in these kind of problems. Use your common sense. If nobody is helping, A can alone can do the work in 10 days. If somebody is helping A, that means here is going to take less than 10 days. I'm repeating once again. If nobody is helping A with no one's help, he can only complete the work in 10 days. If somebody is helping A, he is going to take less than 10 days. That's a common sense. That means when they are working together, the answer should be always less than 10 days. So you should not add, okay, the days here. Then how you are going to find out the answer? The simple logic here is you can't add the days, but you can add their speeds. Add their speeds in the sense, let us take. Assume that if I work alone, I can construct 3 buildings in 2 years. Or for simplification, we will take only 1 year. Assume that if I work alone, I can construct 3 buildings in 1 year. Let us take we're having one more person. If he works alone, he can construct 4 buildings in 1 year. I'm repeating once again. Assume that there are two persons A and B. If A works alone, he can construct 3 buildings in 1 year. If B works alone, he can construct 4 buildings in 1 year. If they are working together, they can construct 7 buildings in 1 year or not. That means that you may not add the speeds. Sorry, you can't add the time, but you can add their speeds. That means that speed of A is 3 buildings per year, speed of B is 4 buildings per year. That means whenever people are working together, we can add their speeds, or you can think like this. If A works alone, he can make 3 benches in 1 day. If B works alone, he can make 5 benches in 1 day. If they are working together, they can make 8 benches in 1 day. That means whenever you are saying something with respect to 1 day, we can say that that is their speed. So the only thing you need to do here is, if you know the time, try to convert the time into speed, then solve the problem. That's it. You will get your answer. Guys, it may be boring for the first 1-2 classes. Once you are done with 1-2 classes, you will get better idea. Okay. A in 10 days, B in 15 days, A and B how many days? Now see, we know that speed and time are going to be inversely proportional to each other. Remember, we should not do the problem on time, we have to do the problem on speed only. Okay, so remember one thing guys, speed and time are going to be inversely proportional to each other. That means if a person is working with more speed, he will take less time to finish the work. In the other hand, if the person is working slower, he is going to take more time to finish the same work. That means speed and time are going to be inversely proportional to each other. That's why what we are going to do here is, we can't do the problem on in terms of time, but we can do the problem in terms of speed. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take the speed of the person as reciprocal of the time. That means if you know time of A is 10 days, take speed of A as 1 by 10. Similarly, if you know time of B is 15 days, take speed of B is 1 by 50. Simply you need to take the reciprocal of time value as speed value. That's it. Whenever two people are working together, you can add their speeds. In our case, A and B are working together. That means you can add speed of A as well as speed of B. I'm repeating once again, you should not add or subtract the times, but you can add the speeds. When A and B are working together, you can add their speeds. So if you are adding, you are going to get 30 as LCM. So this you are going to get 3, and here you are going to get 2. You are going to get 1 by 6. So this is the combined speed of A and B. So combined speed of A and B is 1 by 6. But I don't want my answer in terms of speed. I want my answer in terms of time. See, if you take the reciprocal of time, you are going to get speed. Again, if you take the reciprocal of speed, you are going to get time. Similarly here, we got the combined speed. So if you want combined time, simply take the reciprocal of your answer. You are going to get your final time. Okay, I will just repeat this method one more time. Then we will move on to the method 2. So in this method, what you need to do here is, he is going to give you each and every person's time. Like A can do the work in 10 days, B can do the work in 15 days, like that. So whatever the time one person is taking, take the reciprocal of that value, consider that as speed of that person. If A can do the work in 10 days, then take 1 by 10 as speed of A. Similarly, if B can do the work in 15 days means take speed of B as 1 by 15. Now, whenever the people are working together, you can add their speeds. So simply add speed of A and speed of B and find out combined speed. In our case, we are going to get the combined speed as 1 by 6. But I don't want combined speed. I want to find out combined time. That means how long they will take together to finish the work. So we got the combined speed. Simply take the reciprocal of your combined speed. You will get combined time. Okay, I will give it 15 seconds to watch the problem. So once upon have a look, then we will move on to the next method. So remember our answer is 6 days here. And once again, if you are clear with this method, simply type yes so that I can move on to the second method. Okay, yeah. Done. Guys, if any of your friends hasn't joined in Teachment, ask them to watch YouTube live for now. From tomorrow, they can join with us using Teachment. Okay. Now, the second method. So I'm going to take the same problem. A can do the work in 10 days. B can do the same work in 15 days. Now we need to find out how long A and B working together to take to finish the work. Okay. This method we are going to call it as LCM method. Don't worry if you get any fractions here. We are going to eliminate the fractions later on. Okay. So in this method, what you are going to do here is you are going to take, you are going to assume the total work here. Okay, you are going to assume total work. Remember guys, you can take any number you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can take 30, 40, 50, 60. It doesn't matter. Assume the total work. So I will tell you a simple method. If you take any random number here, let us take, I'm assuming total work as constructing 100 buildings. Like now think the problem like this. If you ask A to construct 100 buildings, he can do in 10 days. If you ask B to construct 100 buildings, he will take 15 days. Now we need to find out how long A and B working together will take to finish these 100 buildings. But the problem here is if you assume 100, some random number, now try to find out the speeds. I told you speed is nothing but the work they can do in one day. Now see here. If A can construct 100 buildings in one day means in one day he can construct 10 buildings. Similarly, if B can construct 100 buildings in 15 days means he can construct 100 by 50 buildings, okay, in one day. So if you simplify, you are going to get 20 by 3 buildings per day. Now, if they are working together, let us take A is also working and B is also working. If they are working together, they can construct 10 plus 20 by 3 buildings in one day. So this is going to be 50 by 3 buildings in one day. Now think like this. I know that in one day, if they work together, they can construct 50 by 3 buildings. But I want them to complete the entire work, which is nothing but constructing 100 buildings. How long they will take? Simply do the cross multiplication. You are going to get again 6 days. So what we are doing here is we are going to assume the total work. I'm telling you once again, you can take whatever the number you want. It doesn't matter. It is not going to affect the value of your problem. So I'm assuming that I want to construct 100 buildings. So and from this data, you need to find out how many buildings they can construct in one day. So if A can construct 100 buildings in 10 days means he can construct 10 buildings in one day. Similarly, if B can construct 100 buildings in 15 days means he can construct 20 by 3 buildings in one day. So A can construct 10 in one day, B can construct 20 by 3 in one day. So if they're working together, they can construct 50 by 3 buildings in one day. So in one day they can construct 50 by 3, but I want them to finish the work. That means constructing all the 100 buildings. How long they will take? Simply do cross multiplication. You are going to get 6 days. Now, the simple answer here is, guys, listen, we are going to avoid fractions as much as we can, because whenever you come across fractions in your problems, that is going to cause you problems. Like later on, you have to do LCMs, cross multiplication, and so on. So in any of our techniques, we are going to avoid usage of fractions. So listen, understand very carefully here. See, instead of taking this random number, so here I have taken 100 as a random number, but instead of taking that 100 random number, see, once I am doing that 100 by 10, then I am doing 100 by 15. That means whatever the number I am taking here in the middle, I am dividing that number with this days and this days. Remember, whatever the number I am taking in middle, one time I am dividing that number with A's days, then I am dividing the same number with B's days. So I know that if I know I am going to divide the number with 10 and 15, why to take some random number? You can take such a number which are going to give you round figures instead of giving fractions. That's why what we are going to do is, instead of taking some random 100, we are going to take such a number which is going to give you round figures. See here. So we know that A can do the work in 10 days, B can do the work in 15 days. So instead of taking 100, take their LCM. LCM nothing but, what is the LCM of 10 and 15? That is nothing but 30. So instead of taking some random 100 buildings, take 30 buildings. Now see, A can construct 30 buildings in 10 days. So in one day, A can construct 3 buildings. See, I know that A can finish all the 30 buildings in 10 days. So he can finish 3 buildings in one day. Similarly, B can construct 30 buildings in 15 days. So he can construct 2 buildings per day. This value is nothing but 30 by 10, and this value is nothing but 13 by 15. So A can construct 30 buildings in 10 days means he can construct 3 buildings per day. And if B can construct 30 buildings in 15 days means he can construct 2 buildings per day. Now, if they are working together, A can construct 3 as well as B can construct 2. Together, they can construct 5 buildings in one day. So, if they are working together in one day, they can construct 5 buildings. But I want them to finish the entire work, which is nothing but constructing all the 30 buildings. How long they are going to take? Simply do cross multiplication, you are going to get your answer without forming any fractions. That's why we are going to call this method as LCM method, because we are assuming the LCM as the total work in order to avoid the fractions. Okay, and one more thing I would like to tell you here is, every time saying buildings is difficult. So instead of thinking like this, take chocolates. That is much easier way. I will explain the problem once again. So every time assuming buildings or chairs or some random units, that is going to be difficult for you. So what you can do is, you can assume chocolates like this. Now change the problem into like this. Assume you are having a chocolate packet. Listen guys, assume that you are having a chocolate packet. If you give this packet to A, he can finish the packet in 10 days. If you give the same packet to B, he can finish the chocolate packet in 15 days. Now you need to find out how long A and B eating together can finish the same packet. I'm repeating once again. If you give the packet to A, he can finish the packet in 10 days. If you give the same packet to B, he can finish the packet in 15 days. Now he is asking you to find out how long A and B eating together can finish the same packet. So what we are doing here is, we are going to assume total number of chocolates in the packet as our work. That means you need to finish the 30 chocolates. I'm repeating once again guys. Assume the LCM as number of chocolates in the packet. So I'm assuming that I'm having 30 chocolates in my packet. Now solve the problem once again. We are having 30 chocolates. If you give this 30 chocolates to A, he will finish it in 10 days. That means he is eating 3 chocolates per day. Similarly, if you give this 30 chocolates to B, he can finish in 15 days. That means he is eating 2 chocolates per day. Now, if both of them are eating together, A can eat 3 chocolates in one day, B can eat 2 chocolates in one day. So, if they are eating together, they can eat 5 chocolates in one day. So, in one day, they can eat 5 chocolates. Now, I want them to finish all the 30 chocolates. How long they will take? Simply do cross multiplication, you will get your answer. That means simply instead of taking buildings, I am assuming that they need to finish those many chocolates. That's it. If you are clear with what I'm saying, type yes. Otherwise, turn on your mic and ask your question. Yeah, nice. I will check YouTube once, then I will come back and let you know. Just wait for a while. Nice. Okay, guys. Let's move on to the third way of solving these kind of problems. Okay, we have solved these problems in two different ways. Now we are going to move on to the third way, that is using ratio and proportions. We are going to solve the same problem using ratio and proportions. Now you may ask, sir, why are you teaching these many methods? Why? Because guys, in the examination, you may not know what kind of numbers you will get. You may get sometimes fractions, sometimes you may get some random numbers. So we are going to learn all the different kind of techniques that are useful to us. So the question comes, why you are teaching ratio and proportions? The reason is, guys, sometimes he will give the problem like this. A is 3 times faster than B. A is 3 times faster than B, so that A will take 10 days less than B. If you observe these kind of problems, here we can't apply LCM method. Listen very carefully. A is 3 times faster than B means A is going to finish the work faster compared to B. And because of he is faster, he is taking 10 days less than B. So in this case, you can't simply apply LCM method. That's why in those kind of cases, you can use ratio and proportion method. Okay, that's why I will tell you this method also. Then we will move on to original problems. So using a ratio and proportions, A can do the work in 10 days, B can do the same work in 15 days. We need to find out how long A and B working together will take to finish the same work. Okay, let's go. So in these kind of problems, what you need to do is you have to find out the ratios. But remember one thing, guys, speed is always inversely proportional to time. That means we know that in the problem, time ratio. Okay, in the problem, we know the time ratio. See, this is A time, this is B time. So the time ratio is 10 is to 15. Or you can simply say 2 is to 3. So in the problem, we know the time ratio. Once you know the time ratio, you can find out speed ratio. Simply take the reciprocal of speed ratio. You are going to get 3 is to 2. Listen very carefully, guys. You will know the time ratio. Simply take the reverse of time ratio, you will get speed ratio. I will explain why. Let's go here. You know time ratio is 10 is to 15. Then what will happen to speed ratio? This is going to be 1 by 10 is to 1 by 15. But remember one thing, multiplying or dividing the ratio with the same number is not going to affect the value of ratios. Okay, that's why in order to eliminate this fractional part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both the ratios with 30. See, multiplying with the same number is not going to affect the value of ratio. So what will happen here? This will become 3 and this will become 2. That means if the time ratio is 2 is to 3, you are going to get 3 is to 2 as speed ratio. That's why what I'm saying is, instead of doing all this drama, what you can simply do is, whatever the ratio you are having for time, simply take that reverse value, you will get speed ratio. Now, the last and final one. If you multiply if you multiply your speed with time, you are always going to get your total work. I will give you example. Let us take, you can construct 3 buildings per day. Like that you are working for 5 days. My speed is 3 buildings per day and I'm working for 5 days. So can I say I can construct 15 buildings? Every day I can construct 3 buildings. Like that I'm working for 5 days. So I can say I can construct 15 buildings. Similarly, assume like this. But assume that I can eat 10 chocolates in one day. Like that I'm eating for 10 days. So can I say I have completed 100 chocolates? Yes. That means whenever you multiply your speed with the time of work, you are always going to get the work you have done. You are going to apply the same logic here. That means that with the speed of 3, if A work for 10 days, he can complete the work. Similarly, with the speed of 2, if B works for 15 days, he can also complete the work. So you know the time, you know the speed. By using these two, you can find out total work. In our case, time is 10 days and speed is 3 days. Sorry, 3, you can say 3 chocolates per day or 3 buildings per day, it doesn't matter. So time of A is 10 days, speed of A is 3 chocolates per day. Assume like this. So by using these two, you can find out total work, which is 10 into 3, which is 30 units or 30 chocolates, it doesn't matter. Or if you don't like chocolates, simply assume units. So A speed is 3 units per day, A is taking 10 days to finish the work. That means total work equal to 30 units. Otherwise, what you can do is assume that speed of B is 2 units per day and he is working for 15 days. So total work is equal to 15 into again 30 units. You know that total work is 30 units. I told you speed into time equal to total work. In our case, that is equal to 30. Now, whomever are working together, add their speeds. In our case, A and B are working together. So add speed of A as well as speed of B. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So with the speed of 5, how long they need to work to complete 30 units? They can complete the work in 6 days. 30 by 5 equal to 6. So I will repeat once again. What you need to do here is, he is going to give you time ratio. Take the reciprocal of time ratio, you are going to get speed ratio. He is going to give you time ratio. Take the reciprocal of time ratio, you are going to get your speed ratio. Multiply any one person's time and speed, you are going to get total work. Now write this statement. Speed into time equal to your total work. Whomever are working together, remember one thing guys, whatever may be the method you are applying, you always have to do the calculation on speeds but not on time. Never touch time of the persons. You are always going to get wrong answers. Always touch their speeds. Now we want how long A and B working together to finish the work. If two people are working together, you can add their speeds. So A speed is 3 and B speed is 2. That means together speed equal to 5. With the speed of 5, how long they need to work to finish 30 units? Simply find out the value of t, you will get your answer. Okay, observe this method for 1 minute, then we will move on to problems. So these are the three different methods that we are going to use to solve the problems. So what I am going to do here is, for the first one or two problems, I will use all the three methods. From later on, I am going to go with only LC method, because there is no need to solve all the problems in all the three methods. That's a waste of your time. But to get a clear idea, for the first one or two problems, I will apply all the methods. From later on, we are going to use only LC method, because that's a much easier one and you don't get any fractions there. So that's why I'm going to go with LC method. But any point of time, if you are having this doubt, sir, how to apply this method to this problem, let me know in the comments. I will apply that method and I will explain there itself, like how to apply that method to those kind of problems. Okay, so watch, try to understand all the three methods for the next 2 minutes. We will start problems. Okay, I will keep the screen like this for the next 1 minute. Then I will give you the problems that you need to solve. Okay, so let's practice some problems. We'll solve the problems from first method, like different efficiencies today. In the next class, we are going to cover the remaining three models. The only intro part is going to take some time. The problems are going to be much easier once you start solving. Let's go. I will give you a simple problem for you. I will give you 2 minutes, guys. If it is possible, try to find out the answer. Otherwise, after 2 minutes, I will solve it for you. Okay. The question is like this: A can do a piece of work in 10 days. B can do the same piece of work in 12 days. C can do the same work in 15 days. How long A, B, C working together will take to finish the work? That means if only A is working, he can finish the entire work in 10 days. If only B is working, he can finish the entire work in 12 days. If only C is working, he can finish the entire work in 15 days. Now you need to find out, if all of them are working together, how long they will take to finish the work. That's it. I will give you 1 to 1.5 minutes. That's it. Try to get the answer in the meantime. Then I will explain how to solve the problem. You can use any of the three methods. You are going to get the same answer. Fast, all of you. Give it a try. Why should we only consider simple ratio of speeds? The reason is, guys, you can't add the times, you are always going to get the wrong answer. Okay, one of your friend is asking that why should we only consider simple ratio of speeds? The reason being, guys, see here. Anyway, in the meantime, try to solve the problem. I will explain her doubt. Okay, if A can do the work in 10 days, B can do the work in 15 days. If you add simply their times, you are going to get 25, which is wrong. Why? Because if A can do the work in 10 days means together it's not possible to take 25 days technically. That means the answer should be less than 10. So you should not add the times. But you can add the speeds. Why? Because see here, assume A can eat or A can you do 5 units of work in one day, B can do 3 units of work in one day. If they're working together, simply they can do 8 units in one day. That means you can always add their speeds but not the times. That's why we are not going to do any calculation on the time. Why? Because addition and subtraction of time is always going to give you wrong answers. That's why in ratios also we are going to touch speeds but not the times. Yeah, you can take like this. Sirisha, that's completely fine. I will tell you why. Wait. I got your doubt. Okay, it's fine. I will tell you. Wait. So your friend Sirisha asking that, sir, why we are taking simple ratio? Why not 15 is 10? Yeah, it's not an issue. You can take like that also. See here, time of A is to B is 10 is to 15. Then speed of A is to B is going to be 15 is to 10. I want total work. Total work is nothing but always product of time and speed. 10 is to 15, 150, right? 150. So try speeding to time equal to 150. Now A and B are working together. If they're working together, they can do 15 plus 10, 25 units in one day. How long they will take to finish 150 units? Again, you are going to get 6. The same answer. Guys, if you're getting the same answer with 2 and 3, why to go for 15 and 10? That's the advantage of ratios. No, the way why we are using the ratio here is ratios are the simplest form of comparison. If you are getting same answer for 2 and 3 and as well as for 15 and 10, why to do large calculations when you can simply solve the same problem using 2 and 3? That's why we are solving using simple ratio. If you want, you can take 15 and 10 also. That's not going to change your answer. Okay, I hope Suresha's doubt is clear. Let's solve our problem. Okay, now go. Guys, A can do the work in 10 days, B in 12, C in 15. The first method, per day method. In per day, what we are going to do, whomever are working together, we are going to add their speeds. In our case, A, B, C are working together, so add their speed. If A speed is 10 means A time is 10 means A speed is 1 by 10. If B time is 12 means B speed is 1 by 12. If C time is 15 means C speed is going to be 1 by 15. They are working together. You can't add the times, but you can add their speeds. So we're adding the speeds. You are going to get 60 as LCM, 6 plus 5 plus 4, which is going to be 15 by 60, which is equal to 1 by 4. So this is the combined speed of ABC. But I want combined time. So whatever the answer you are getting, simply take the reciprocal of that answer. You are going to get your final answer in terms of days. Because you are adding the speeds. So you are also going to get the answer in terms of speed. But I want my options in terms of time. So if you are reciprocating the time, you are going to get speed. If you take the reciprocal of time, again you are going to get speed. The same thing I am doing. I know the combined speed, so I am going to take reciprocal. I will get combined time. That's the first way. Okay, let's go to LCM method. In LCM, what we are going to do? We are going to assume the LCM of numbers as total work. So here are the LCM of 10, 12, and 15, 60. So assume that you need to eat 60 chocolates. If you give 60 chocolates to A, he can finish 10 days. That means A can eat 6 chocolates per day. If you give 60 chocolates to B, he can finish it in 12 days. That means he can eat 5. How many chocolates? 5 chocolates per day. Similarly, if you give 60 chocolates to C, he can finish in 15 days. That means he can eat 4 chocolates per day. If all of them are working together, means assume that all of them are eating together. If all of them are eating together means A, B and C are eating together. So A can eat 6, B can eat 4, C can eat 15. So together they can eat 15 chocolates in one day. So in one day, they can eat 15 chocolates together. But I want them to finish the work. Finish the work means what? They need to complete the entire packet. It means they need to finish all the 60 chocolates. how long they will take. Simply do cross multiplication. 60 by 15, again you are going to get 4 days. Now the question comes, sir, anyway we are finding out the 60 LCM, then why to go for LCM method? The reason is, guys, there are some problems where people are going to leave and join. For example, see, I will change the color for simplification. Let us take A and B started a work. After few days, A left the work and C joined in the work. And again, after few more days, let's assume that again C left the work and A came back. Every time what will happen here is, if you are using per day method, this one, whenever A and B are working together, you need to add speeds of A and B. Again, if A left means only C is there, means now the group became B and C. Then again you need to add the speeds of B and C. That means whenever a group changes, every time you need to find out LCM. But come to LCM method. Here, if A and B are working, you will simply add 6 and 5. If only B and C are working, you are going to add only 5 and 4. No need to calculate LCM. I know I'm going a little bit faster, so I will just explain one last time. Take the highlighter. See, guys, if you, there are some cases where people will start the work, then after a few days, some people will leave. Again, some people will join. At that time, what will happen here is, assume like this: A and B started the work. After a few days, A left, and C joined in the work. Okay, after a few more days, again A came back, C left the work. Then what will happen if you are using per day method? Here, in case of A and B, you need to add speeds of A and B, which is 1 by 10, 1 by 12. After A leaving, we are having B and C. That means again you need to find out LCM for 1 by 12 and 1 by 15. Like that, whenever the group changes, you need to change the LCM also. That's kind of hectic work. Okay, but in LCM method, what will happen? If A and B are working, simply add chocolates eaten by A and chocolates eaten by B. If only B and C are working, means simply add this 5 and 4. That means you no need to do the LCM. Simply you can add normal numbers. So you can avoid calculating fractions. That's why mostly we are going to prefer LCM method. Okay. Now we'll solve using the last method, that is ratio and proportions. So how you are going to apply ratio and proportions? We are going to take the time ratio A, B, C. We know time ratio is 10 days, 12 days, and 15 days. Now take speed ratio. How you are going to take speed ratio? 1 by 10 is to 1 by 12 is to 1 by 15. Multiplying or dividing the ratio with the same number is not going to affect the value of ratio. So I don't want my speed to be in some kind of fractions. I want to convert them into some round figure. That's why I'm multiplying each and every number with 60, so that I can get round figures. 6, 5, 4. That means if the time ratio is 10 is to 12 is to 15, then speed ratio is going to be 6 is to 5 is to 4. Multiply any time with any speed. 10 into 6, 12 into 5, or 15 into 4. You are going to get your total work as 60. So our total work is 60. We know that speed into time equal total work. So speed into time equal to our 60. Now who is working? All the three are working together. If all the three are working together, add their speeds. 6 plus 5 plus 4, which is 15. So with the speed of 15, how much time they will take to finish 60? They are going to take 4 days. You are going to get the same answer. Okay, if everything is clear till now, type yes. We will solve one last problem, then we can wind up. Okay, all of you, if you are clear, type Y. If you want me to repeat, type R in the comments. Fast. Pushpanjali, please tell me which method you want me to repeat, LCM, per day, or ratio and proportions. Guys, fast. Ratio. Okay. I will explain the ratio method once. So what we are going to do in ratio is, see, he is going to give you time ratio in the problem. Like A can do the work in 10 days, B can do the work in 12 days, and C can do the work in 15 days. He is going to give like that. So here, that means that A will take 10 days, B will take 12 days, and C will take 15 days. We already know the time ratio, but I told you in the first step, you should never touch time of the problem, because time is always going to give you wrong answers. That's why we want to convert them into speeds. So how you are going to take speeds? Whatever the time you are having, simply take the reciprocal of time. If speed time is 10 means speed is 1 by 10. If time is 12 means speed is 1 by 12. Take like that. Then you are going to get the speed ratio as 1 by 10 is to 1 by 12 is to 1 by 15. But the problem here is it's very difficult to solve the problem using fractions like in a p by q form. So that I want to convert them into round figures just for simplification. If you want, you can also do with fractions. That's not going to affect your problem. But I prefer to solve using round figures. So what I'm doing is, I know that multiplying the ratio with the same number is not going to affect the value of ratio. Let's simply think like this. 1 is to 2 is same as 2 is to 4 is same as 4 is to 8. All of them are same. That's why I know that multiplying or dividing the ratio with same number is not going to affect the value. That's why I'm multiplying everything with such a number which will give me round figure. So what are the LCM of 10, 12, 115, 60? So if I multiply each and every number with 60, I can get my round figures. That's why I'm multiplying all the three numbers with 60 so that I can get 6 is to 5 is to 4 instead of 1 by 10 is to 1 by 12 is to 1 by 15. If you don't like 60, multiply with 120. It doesn't matter. The only thing is I want some round figure. That's it. So by multiplying with 60, I got 6 is to 5 is to 4. So time ratio is 10 is to 12 is to 15. But speed ratio is 6 is to 5 is to 4. I told you, always multiply time and speed to get total work. I am multiplying my time of 10 days with the speed of 6. You can multiply for A or you can multiply for B or you can multiply for C. That's your choice. 10 is to 6 or 12 into 5 or 15 is to 4. You are always going to get your answer as 60. That means your total work is 60. See, if you multiply speed and time, you are going to get 60. Now, if whomever are working together, add their speeds. I'm repeating once again, add their speeds, but not the times. In our case, A, B, C are working together. So add speed of A, speed of B, and speed of C. You are going to get 15. So together speed is 15. So with the speed of 15, how much time they need to work to finish 60? Simply find out T value. You will get your answer. I hope I cleared your doubt. Yeah, let's go. We'll solve a similar kind of problem by combining the people. So assume like this. Now think like this. I will explain the problem once. A and B working together can finish a work in 10 days. B and C working together, they can finish the same work in 12 days. If a C and A is working together, they can finish the work in 15 days. I'm repeating once again. If A and B are working together, that means if they work with each other, they can finish the entire work in 10 days. If B and C works together, they can finish the work in 12 days. If C and A works together, they can finish the work in 15 days. Now you need to find out how long A, B, C working together. That means if all the three are working together, how long they will take to finish the work. Similarly, how long A alone, B alone, and C alone. That means if they're working without anyone's help, how long they will take to finish the work separate. These are the four questions you need to solve. Again, I will give you 2 minutes time. Try to solve it as fast as you can. Then I will explain for you. Then we can wind up the sessions. Fast, all of you. Solve it in the next 2 minutes. A and B together 10, B and C together 12, C and A together 15. If all of them are working together, how long they will take? Similarly, how long A separately, B separately, and C separately will take to finish the work? Fast. So let me check. 8 days. Nice. Oh, wait, wait. Uh, Omkarani, think like this. Don't solve the equations here. Guys, I'm repeating once again. See here. What our friend is saying. 2, 3, 3. She is saying like this. Now use your common sense now. If A can do the work in 10 days, that means alone. If nobody is helping A can do the work in 2 days. Means how it is possible if with the someone's help he will take 10 days? It's technically not possible. See, your answer means that if A can do work in 10 days, how it is possible with the someone's help he is taking more time? If somebody is helping means he is going to take less time, not more. So this is actually the wrong answer. You should not touch the times. I told you, don't solve time equations. You are always going to get wrong answers. You have to solve speed equations but not the time equations. That's the wrong one. I'm repeating once again, never solve anything in terms of time. Time is always going to give you wrong answer. You have to convert them into speeds, then only you have to solve them. Don't simply use equation method to solve all the three variables. You are not going to get the answer like that. Okay, anyway, we're having less time, so I will solve it for you. Now take like this. I'm going to use the LCM method first. A and B 10 days, B and C 12 days, C and A 15 days. What we are going to do first? We are going to assume the LCM of all these numbers as total number of chocolates. What the LCM of 6, 10, 12, and 15? We are going to get the LCM as 60. So assume like this. You are having a chocolate packets. In that we are having 60 chocolates. If you give this packet to A and B, they can finish 10 days. If you give same packet to B and C, they will finish it in 12 days. If you give the same 60 chocolates packet to C and A, they can finish it in 15 days. Now you need to find out how long ABC will take to finish this 60 chocolates packet. Similarly, how long A alone, B alone, and C alone finish that 60 chocolates. That's what we need to find out here. Now see, if A and B can finish 60 chocolates in 10 days means together they can eat 6 chocolates in one day, which is nothing but 60 by 10. That's it. This value by this value. So if they can eat 60 chocolates in 10 days means they can eat 6 chocolates in one day. Similarly, if B and C can finish 60 chocolates in 15 days means they can finish 5 chocolates in one day. Similarly, if C and A can finish 60 chocolates in 15 days means together they can eat 4 chocolates per day. Now see here, I want to find out how long ABC together will take to finish a 60 chocolates packet. Now listen guys, if I am having 60 chocolates inside, how long, assume that I am one person, I am asking you to find out how long I will take to finish 60 chocolates. Can you say? No, because you don't know how many chocolates I can eat in one day. If I say I can eat 2 chocolates in one day, and I'm asking you how long I will take to finish 60 chocolates means you can simply say 30 days. Otherwise, if I say I can eat 5 chocolates per day, you can say I will take 12 days. That means if you want to find out how long a particular group will take to finish a packet means you need two parameters. Total number of chocolates as well as how many chocolates they can eat in one day. See, if you know, for example, there are 100 chocolates in the packet as well as I can eat 10 chocolates in one day, then you can say I can finish the packet in 10 days. So if you want to find out time, you need two parameters. Total chocolates in the packet as well as how many chocolates you can eat in one day. So by doing something, what I need to find out is I need to find out ABC value. That means in one day, how many chocolates they can eat all together. So I'm going to find out that now. So for that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add all the three equations. Remember one thing, you should not add the times, but you can do whatever you want with that speed. 6 chocolates per day is my speed. I can eat 6 chocolates in one day. So you can add, subtract, multiply, you can do whatever you want with speeds, but you should not touch time. Okay, that means on the right side, you can do whatever you want, but you should not do anything on the left side. Fine, let's go. So I'm adding all the three equations. I am going to get a plus a 2a, b plus b 2b, c plus c 2c. I'm going to get 2a plus 2b plus 2c. On the right side, I'm going to get 15. If I take 2 common, I'm going to get 2 times of A, B, C, 15. That means that if 2 A's, 2 B's and 2 C's are eating together, they can eat 15 chocolates in one day. But I want only 1 A, 1 B and 1 C. So 15 by 2 is 7.5 chocolates in one day. That means if all A, B, C are working together, they can eat 7.5 chocolates in one day. But I don't want to find out how many chocolates they can eat in one day. I want to find out how long they will take to finish the packet. So for that, what I'm going to do is, I know that if all of them are working together, ABC, I'm talking about ABC, they can finish 7.5 chocolates in one day. So I want to finish 60 chocolates. How long they are going to take? 60 by 7.5. Just for my convenience, I'm writing 7.5 as 15 by 2. So I can easily get the answer as 8 days. I will repeat the problem once again. Then I will solve the remaining parts. So we know AB value, BC value, CA value. Assume the LCM as total work. Then try to find out how many chocolates they can eat in one day. So as a group, A and B together can eat 6 chocolates. B and C together can eat 5 chocolates. C and A together can eat 4 chocolates. But I don't want them as a group. I want to find out 1A, 1B, 1C. How much chocolates they can eat in one day. That's why I'm using these three equations to find out the sum of ABC. I got it as 7.5 chocolates. So in one day they can eat 7.5 chocolates together, but I want them to finish the entire packet. So how long they will take to finish 60 chocolates? Cross multiply, you are going to get 8 days. See, AB can finish the packet in 10 days, but C also helping them. That's why they are taking less than 10 days. So remember, your answer is always going to be less than the lowest number. Okay, AB can finish in 10 days, but with the help of C, they can finish in just 8 days. Now let's finish the remaining part also. Now see guys, ABC can eat 7.5 chocolates in one day. And I know that AB can eat only 6 chocolates in one day. See, ABC can eat 7.5 chocolates, but AB can eat only 6 chocolates. That means you can say that C is eating the remaining chocolates. So C can eat in one day 1.5 chocolates. See, ABC 7.5, C 6, ABC only 6. Subtract equation, let us take 4. Subtract equation 1 from equation 4. So ABC together can eat 7.5 chocolates, but AB can eat only 6 chocolates. That means remaining 1.5 chocolates is consumed by C. In one day, C can eat 1.5 chocolates, but I want him to finish the work. That means to complete 60 chocolates, how long he will take? Simply do cross multiplication. 60 by 1.5, I'm writing 1.5 as 3 by 2. So he is going to take 40 days to finish the work. Now let's go again the same thing. ABC can eat 7.5 chocolates in one day, but BC can eat only 5 chocolates in one day. That means remaining 2 point chocolates are consumed by A. So equation 4 minus equation 2. So ABC can eat 7.5 chocolates, BC can eat only 5 chocolates. So A can eat 2.5 chocolates in one day. I want him to finish the work. So finish 60 chocolates. How long he is going to do? Again, cross multiplication. 60 by 2.5. I'm writing 2.5 as 5 by 2. So they are going to take 24 days. Simply the last and final part. ABC can eat 7.5 chocolates, but CA can eat only 4 chocolates. That means in one day, B can eat 3.5 chocolates. But I want them to finish the work. So how long they will take to finish all the 60 chocolates? Simply do cross multiplication. 60 by 7 by 2, which is equal to 120 by 7 days. If you want, you can simplify further. Like 177, 50, 7 7 49, again 10, 177, like 17.14 days approx. So like that, you can solve this problem. So I will repeat once again, then we can wind up the session. Don't worry, I will solve using remaining methods also. You can watch in the recap. I will go a little bit faster, slow it down and watch it again. Okay, let's go. What I'm doing here is, I know A can be working together 10 days, B and C 12, C and A 15. I am assuming the LCM as total work. By using LCM, I am finding out their speeds. That means how many chocolates they can eat in one day. By using these three equations, I am finding out the sum of ABC, which is nothing but the chocolates they can eat in one day. I know ABC value, I know AB value, BC value, CA value. So if ABC one day 7.5 means if they want to finish, they need to eat 60. How long they will take? Cross multiply, you will get your answer. Similarly, AB 7.5 and C and AB is only 6, but ABC is 7.5. So C is equal to 1.5. So I used the wrong color, I think. Let's change it. Okay, in one day C can eat 1.5 chocolates, but I want him to finish the work. Finish the work means what? He need to add all the 60. How long he will take? Simply do cross multiplication, you will get the answer. Similarly, for A, ABC 7.5, BC only 5 chocolates. That means remaining 2.5 is by A. Again, I want him to finish the work, so he need to eat all the 60. Do the cross multiplication, you will get 24 days. Simply refer B here, you will get your answer. I will fastly solve using remaining two methods. Just watch the recap. So I will go it faster. I will just explain how to solve. See, we know ABC 10 days means AB speed 1 by 10, BC speed is 1 by 12, CA speed is 1 by 15. You can't add 10, 12 and 15, but you can do anything with these equations. So A plus B 1 by 10, B plus C 1 by 12, C plus A 1 by 15. Add all the three equations, first equation, second equation, third equation. You are going to get 2 times of ABC again, but on the right side you are going to get 1 by 10 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 15, which is equal to 60. So 6, 5, 4. Again you are going to get 15 by 60, which is equal to 1 by 4. So 2 times of ABC is 1 by 4. Then ABC is equal to 1 by 8. If ABC is 1 by 8 means ABC's combined speed is 1 by 8. I want combined time. So take the reciprocal, you will get the answer as 8 days. What I'm doing here is, I know the speed of AB is 1 by 10, speed of BC is 1 by 12, speed of CA is 1 by 15. I'm adding all of them. I'm going to get 2 times of A, 2 times of B and 2 times of C. On the right side, I'm going to get 1 by 12 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. That means 2 times of ABC speed is 1 by 4. But I want only 1A, 1B, 1C. That means 1 by 4 by 2, which is going to be 1 by 8. So ABC's combined speed is 1 by 8. So combined time is going to be 8 days. Now let us take, I want to find out time of C. See, I know ABC speed is 1 by 8 and AB speed is 1 by 10. See, ABC speed 1 by 8, AB speed is 1 by 10. So subtract, let us take this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Subtract 1 from 2. Then what you are going to get? ABC speed minus AB speed. You are going to get C speed. So C speed equal to 1 by 8 minus 1 by 10. The LCM is going to be how much? 40. So 5 fours and 4 tenths. Sorry, 5 eighths and 4 tenths. So 1 by 40. So C speed is going to be 1 by 40, but C time is going to take the reciprocal. You are going to get 40 days. Like that, ABC minus BC, ABC minus CA. Take the reciprocals, you will get your answer. And the last and final method using ratio and proportions. So A plus B time 10, B plus C time 12, C plus A time 15. Take the reciprocal. Again, you are going to get 6 is to 5 is to 4. Like in the previous case. Simply multiply any two. This is time and this is speed. Simply multiply any two. You are going to get your total work. Speed into time equal to total work, which is equal to 60. And we know AB speed is 6, BC speed equal to 5 and CA speed equal to 4. Okay. Like this case. LC method. AB speed is 6, BC speed 12, 5 and CA speed 15. The same equations. You are not getting any new equations. You are getting the same equations here. AB, BC and CA. So if you simplify those equations, AB6, BC5 and CA4, you are going to get ABC as 7.5 again. That means with the speed of 7.5, how long they need to work to finish 60 units. Simply find out T value. You are going to get 60 by 15 by 2, which is equal to 4. This is, you are going to get 8 days. So ABC 8 days. Similarly here, ABC 7.5 speed, AB 6 speed. So C speed is going to be only 1.5. So with the speed into time equal to 60. So C speed is 1.5. With the speed of 1.5, how long he need to work to finish 60? Again, you are going to get 60 by 3 by 2, which is going to be 40 days. The same thing, we are going to do the same thing again and again. The only difference is here you are using ratio and proportions, there you are using LC method. That's it. Okay, don't worry, guys. If you have any doubt in the next session, you can ask me. I will explain clearly there. But this is the process. If you are clear, that's fine. But if you have any doubt, ask me in the next session. Okay, all of you. I hope everything is clear. If you are clear, simply type yes. We can end the session. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for attending. Good night. We will meet in the next class. Bye bye. Good day.